gonna be live right now. Hold on. And we're live.
Hello everybody, it's just me today because we are doing a video on SCP and nobody
I
wants to
might
do
talk
it
a little
because...
bit, but I don't know. Like, I'm interested in SCP, but I'm not as enthusiastic as Johnny.
Yeah, and
I might just say a couple things, but because it's just the two of us.
So let's begin.
Summer job, but you just had to go and get a part-time position at the SCP Foundation, didn't you? Technically, you're massively underqualified, but the employee turnaround at that company is so crazy that they can't exactly turn applicants away. Sure, you may die horribly at the hands of a number of beings, or get terminated for knowing too much.
What? That's not happening, but if you read any article from the Foundation, they always talk about how they administer amnestics in order to make you forget about stuff you know. And they're not just like sending you out to get killed by D-class, so it's just not... It's not...
Oh, Mr. Airborne. Yeah, he said have a good time or a bad time. I think we're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, so what do you think about this so far? I mean, like...
I don't know. Nothing.
It's
really...
not even like a summer job. You have to be qualified.
Nothing too bad yet. I've skimmed through it before. Some stuff he was wrong about.
Too much, but the pay is decent, and the dental coverage can't be beat. However, you're now staring down the barrel of your first containment breach, and 3 of the Foundation's most terrifying creatures are on the loose.
Terrifying creatures.
Terrifying. I mean, they're they're terrifying, but they're not the most terrifying.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just list 3 of your most terrifying creatures. Yeah, I choose 1048, 106, and 2852. What do you choose?
001. What else?
Which one?
I don't know.
Proposal?
The scariest proposal. I haven't really read it.
SD Locke's proposal.
What else says? 610 and not what else?
But there's like 1,000 creatures, and you choose these 3.
These are actually the 3 like most popular creatures.
Yeah, that's the point. Like you choose 3 of the most popular creatures, and then.
But I mean, yeah, there are. I think there are way more SCPs that are like 682 indestructible, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, for most people, kind of like me, they just focus on SCP-682 because, you know. Anyways, let's continue. Continue.
On the loose.
Okay.
Are on the loose. SCP-173, SCP-096, and the dreaded SCP-682. Talk about
dreaded. It's so dreaded that they have it in containment and are able to. Well, I guess it is dreaded, but look at the artwork for this. By the way,
they're not wrong about this. Just let's keep going. They still have points to say.
Talk about a trial by fire. But don't worry, we're here for you with all the tips, tricks, and techniques you need to get these monsters back in their cells, or better yet,
back in their cells. Okay, yeah, that's the point of the Foundation. At least you got that right.
Yet wiped from the face of the earth. So
what the heck?
What? Wait, replay that. Replay that. Sorry, I was just checking something. Can you replay that? Hold on, I'll do it.
Okay.
You need. Everyone needs a summer job, but creatures are on the loose. SCP-173, SCP-096, and the dreaded SCP-682. Talk about a trial by fire. But don't worry, we're here for you with all the tips, tricks, and techniques you need to get these monsters back in their cells, or better yet, wiped from the face of the earth.
So that's what he said.
Yes, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Why?
Some of them can't be wiped from the earth.
Yeah, like what type of weaponry are you using? The Foundation has the most advanced weaponry, and you think
You think
like
karate chopping them is gonna do anything?
not even karate chopping. You think like firing 20 missiles into one of those things is gonna work?
Some of them, maybe some of them. Like there's some SCPs that have been terminated.
Yes, but these are they chose
SCPs
they
like
chose
682s. SCPs like 682. I don't think you're gonna kill him by shooting 20 missiles. That's definitely a no.
no. I don't. Like okay, but 173 was okay. You may be able to terminate 173, but then again, like it's not. Like you can just put it in a box and you'll be fine. Right. That's why they don't try to terminate these things.
Steel yourself, Agent. Things are about to get horrifying. Are you ready to secure, contain, and protect?
You're destroying them, yet you say secure, contain, and protect. You don't have no idea what those mean.
I would not consider myself as an SCP like fanboy because I don't know that much.
Yeah, that's what he said. Secure, contain, protect
as
these
like the people who know the most about SCP.
Like Dr. Sumerian.
Yeah, like they think they're like Dr. Sumerian, but but they only know about the popular ones. I mean, it's Infographics show. Bro, they're not like SCP nerds, so why?
Why? No. That's not my problem. My problem is they're saying secure, contain, protect these things, but we're going to teach you how to destroy them.
First up, we have SCP-173, a creature you should really be keeping an eye on. Seriously, if you take your eyes off this spooky statue...
Hold on. When you said... I don't know too much about Dr. Sumerian, but like... Does he ever teach you how to actually destroy them, or does he say, like, you can't destroy them?
He says you shouldn't destroy them because... You shouldn't destroy them because they're not causing... these things aren't actively trying to be harmful. Like the key to I mean, Replica said this a while ago, but these, he has to understand these creatures aren't actively trying to be harmful.
For even a second, you'll find yourself laying on the ground with a snapped neck.
No, you'll be dead.
No, your neck will...
Wait, would you actually see yourself on the ground, or would you like just be blacked out?
No, you would literally die. Like it anomalously snaps your neck, basically.
You might survive for like one more second, but that's it. You're blacked out.
Seem like a giant concrete fetus, this beast has left hardcore Class D personnel mined straight from death row in crumpled heaps on the ground. If you were going against this thing in a hand-to-hand battle, or with small arms like a handgun or a standard rifle...
Wait, continue. I need to see what he says.
You'd better be turning the weapon on yourself before the entity had a chance to get its hands on you.
Wait, so you're saying that you're not going to kill him with those weapons, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, and that's obviously true.
You've got the nigh unlimited resources and state-of-the-art weapons technology afforded to you by the Foundation. So it
doesn't have unlimited weaponry. They're not going to waste them on something like termination of 173.
Yeah, it's better if they try to terminate 682, which is almost impossible. The Foundation says that 682 has to be terminated as soon as possible.
Yeah, like it's not gonna. It will always try and escape. Like 682, that weird growth, 354. Hello there.
It's mostly a gameplay thing. Like, I like, unless you want to tell me that like he snaps your neck over and over and over again. Like, for the most part, like I would not be surprised whatsoever if like realistically he leaves most of his targets just sort of crumbling on the floor, you know.
No, he does. He anomalously does lethal damage to your neck. Is the best way we could describe it.
What do you mean with anomalous?
He doesn't have arms.
Well, I mean, I always figure that in the like that when you can't see him, in like within like a microsecond, he like just moves real fast towards you, and then just uses his little arms to like break your neck. Like it's.
Mhm.
I mean, you could almost argue that's kind of like a mistake of his design. Because obviously the guy who made it, he wants him to just be this murdering totem pole. But is that really what he would look like if he could actually break a neck? I don't know. Maybe maybe his two hands are the perfect position to like break a person's neck. But
snapping neck. Maybe he just like goes up to you and just hits it real hard. You know, like we don't know exactly, but all we know is that you're gonna die if you
that's a
look
good
away
point.
from
well, the thing is, you guys just talked about like I heard you like because I'm watching the stream. I heard you guys talk about like how it kills you, but like I always thought like his way of killing people isn't like lethal enough to be like 100% guaranteed. So what I figured was like at least like from the game's perspective is that he breaks it multiple times. Like you know, like just in different directions because nobody survives that obviously. But like
Yeah.
but like if you say he goes like through 10 people and breaks like all of the necks, it's gonna be like 2 or 3 that are gonna be like on the ground, just sort of like with their heads looking one direction. It's like oh my god, you know. But yeah, that's. I kind of wonder, would there be like some kind of thing you could create like anti-neck breaking armor? Like is it
Yeah, I mean, like, okay,
But we don't know how
determination logs for
strong a SCP.
determination logs for 173 state that 106 isn't affected by him.
We don't know how strong SCP-173 is. And by the way, Johnny, Stein just said the Unity version seems better because he has hands. What is your take on that? Would you prefer the Unity or the original?
Let me take a look here.
Unity version is really ugly.
SCP Unity. I mean SCP 173 Unity. Bleep bloop blop bloop blap bloop blip blop bloop.
He looks more like it looks more like a zombie instead of a peanut.
Holy shit! What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it looks really ugly. I prefer
It's like
the
a robot
original
zombie.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I agree with you. Like,
let me just quickly.
Wow, they've updated this a lot, but holy shit!
Let me just quickly show you.
This is the most retarded design I've ever seen in my life.
yeah,
Well, I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not supposed to be beautiful.
So that's what it looks like.
it doesn't. Yeah, it wasn't meant to be
All these
beautiful. But
images.
at least you could make it look less ugly than.
Well, I mean, like from like a horrific standpoint, it works real well. But I mean, is this what the original creator of him wanted? I don't think so. Like, I don't think that is what he was going for. But I mean, maybe they asked. I don't know. But let me see if I can find the actual image of him. I do have to say, SCP Unity has improved a lot of things. Holy shit.
Stein just said they had to change it because the author of the painting said his figure couldn't be used in games.
Oh. Well, fair enough. I mean, I'm looking at it now.
Fair enough, but can you at least have the little stubs?
Whoa!
And the legs. I mean, it looks. I'd say it looks like Yes.
Oh God.
It looks like a creeper. It looks like a realistic creeper, to be honest.
Don't even make me think about that, dude. Don't even make
Should
me
we
think
continue,
about
Johnny?
that.
Yeah, let's continue.
At least you have a
Alright, then I
fighting
guess.
chance, but
I guess
no
we'll
weapon
hang
in the
around
fight against
for
these
fun.
mysterious.
Hold on, I can't hear.
So at least you have a fighting chance, but no weapon in the fight against these mysterious beings is greater than knowledge. With
We don't. No, like. Yeah, I guess, but like they've done extensive testing on these creatures, and they still, I don't think, and that's the reason why they've decided mostly not to terminate them. And even if they did, some of them are still alive.
It's kind of like that warehouse in Indiana Jones 1, where they have all the like sacred artifacts from all types of different shit. And except here, these are like actual creatures, like it's
Yes.
like that. Like I asked somebody a while ago, like, why does it look so depressing and not a thing? And he's like, well, it's essentially like an actual like active warehouse, except for things that live or interact with the environments.
I would say it's like they do have most of these things under control. It's not like they're actively trying to stop containment breaches 24/7. Because if they were, then that would raise a lot of eyes with the Foundation, and that SCP would be considered top priority in termination. Like, they're not just gonna waste resources in trying to contain an anomaly.
Let's continue.
With know your enemy always being the first rule of conflict, let's get to knowing this nightmarish living stat hands of a number of
Oops. Let me just.
It
beings.
seems like a fool's errand.
Mysterious beings is greater than knowledge.
Can you what headphones?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm not really interested in it.
Okay.
With know your enemy always being the first rule of conflict, let's get to knowing this nightmarish living statue and see whether there are any cracks in its concrete armor. SCP-173 is a Euclid class being, meaning that the object has a certain degree of sentience, is difficult to contain, and is often
Not difficult to contain. It's Euclid just means you don't. Euclid just means you have to keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't escape.
Yeah,
Keeters are actually difficult to contain.
It's definitely not like 106. You just have to keep it in a room and and leave it there. Just make sure it's well secured. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But SCPs like 106, they require a lot of containment because it's complicated procedures like ELO IID magnets. You have to make sure he's like pretty much stuck there. Can you explain more about it, Johnny?
Yeah, you have to make sure that make sure that he's suspended off the ground and he's not actively trying. And you have to make sure that he doesn't escape from the pipes. So you have to make sure that there's levels of containment in order to stop him from escaping from the room. If. Another example is 2845, where they have to eat a child every 53 hours in order to make sure it doesn't escape. But that's another story for another time.
That is fucking retarded.
Like, it can just escape when it wants to, but in order to make sure it doesn't, they just eat a child.
The fuck would let a child? What?
Wait. Let's just continue.
than unpredictable due to a lack of our understanding of said object. SCP-173.
Did you just say unpredictable?
It's not unpredictable. It's not. You don't look at it. It snaps your neck. Simple.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing
was
is,
moved.
you know where it is.
Not
Like, sometimes you could.
entirely.
Yeah, it's not entirely unpredictable. Like, I mean, you may not know where it is, and it could just snap your neck. But if you see it, then just keep an eye on it. If you blink
Keep an
your
eye
eyes-
on it. Make sure you bring SCP-131 in your containment chamber.
Yeah.
What is
contained inside
131?
93.
It's a creature that doesn't blink.
Okay.
And caused a number of brutal deaths since then. The exact origin of the creature and how it's able to move and cause damage is still a mystery.
It's not. Our Cooliat created it in order to have it receive attention.
Hold up. Are you telling me nobody ever filmed him killing somebody?
No, because
No, nobody ever like put like a micro camera on him, and like just had the thing like film as he was like not somebody wasn't looking at him, and he kills something. And they saw it.
that's really that would have to require a lot of.
Well, Deviant, you know how you play the game? He's like standing at the other side of the room. You blink, and then he's standing right in front of you. As in, he doesn't move so fast that it's like in an instant. Like it takes him like a millisecond or something. Like,
yes, but
like I'd imagine that if you were to track and film that, then he would be sort of like. Then if you slowed it down like very fast, you could. I assume you could see him do it. I don't really see why that's so hard.
yeah, I guess. I'm gonna have to look that up.
What's more likely? Does he teleport or does he just move like extremely fast? Like a drag, but like really fast, like, you know.
I mean, that's how I always thought that it was. Like it's, but yeah, it's.
I think it's more likely that he just moves, but like very fast. Like if you use slow motion, if you could see like moving, you know.
Yeah. Like it, because like what I figure is that he just sort of slowly goes forward. I mean, he just shuffles forward without actually moving his body. Puts his little hands around your neck, and then whoop, there you go. But I don't know anything about that.
As it never moves while under direct
yeah,
observation, despite a
not direct
It does
observation.
not move its
observation.
legs, or does it, Johnny?
It does move its legs.
Okay.
What's that? Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah, as I've said, I don't know too much. I'm just here to stream this.
apparently being a sentient creature, Foundation tests indicate that it's constructed from concrete and rebar, with the addition of some Krylon brand spray paint. It also somehow produces blood and feces, despite having no obvious digestive or vascular system. That's just one of the many perplexing things about the biology of this seemingly impossible creature. Typical containment procedures involve confining SCP-173 in a locked container under perpetual direct supervision from at least 3 Foundation personnel. While the observation personnel are relieved from their duties to change shift, at least 2 are required to maintain direct
no, I just put it in a box, and when this is a small thing, I will admit, but they don't just keep. They don't just put a 3D class perpetually look at it. You know, like that's only for testing and cleaning.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't like. This is just maybe this is me just being an idiot, but I don't see why opening one eye and closing the other one wouldn't prevent him from, you know, like if I open one eye and then close the other one, open the other one as soon as I close it, that should pretty much stop him. I'm pretty sure that should just stop him. Like it's
Yes, but this is just for safety precautions.
Oh yeah, I know, but I mean, like they say that you need 3, Like, I'm not sure about that whatsoever. I mean, 3 is definitely like the perfect number, but what I just said was more to if you're just by yourself and it's there. But yeah, I think I might be going to bed real quick.
Okay, if that's the case, we'll just continue on.
Maintain direct line of sight observation of the creature until the other personnel have safely vacated and locked the chamber. The creature is exceptionally fast and strong. Even the half second it takes to blink is enough to get your neck brutally broken by this snap-happy statue. But these containment procedures apparently weren't enough, and now this wannabe weeping angel is on the loose, snapping its way through every SCP agent who can't maintain constant eye contact. How can you possibly fight a creature you can't look away from for even a fraction of a second? As the creature...
You're saying you cannot fight without...
Just do what I did.
Yeah.
Open one eye, close the other one.
Yeah.
Creature apparently lacks a conventional
Do people think that's
system.
impossible? 'Cause I wouldn't be surprised if like
It's
average
not impossible.
people
I'm trying it right now. It's for sure not impossible.
I wouldn't be surprised that's one of those things that your average guy just forgets he can do. Like it's like you can open one eye and close the other one. It's not hard at all. Yeah.
And doesn't appear to have standard carbon-based biological organs. It can't be poisoned or gassed.
Don't look away from it, you moron.
It's not like, okay, these people want
Yeah,
to
but
destroy
the
it.
lady's looking. The lady's already looking at it, so it's fine.
Oh yeah.
Although it's not recommended you look away, because that lady can just blink and bam, all of you are dead.
You could go in guns blazing with heavy artillery weapons like the Metal Storm, this terrifying machine gun created by an Australian company with American funding.
Or you can just leave it in a box.
Well, to be fair, this is kind of about killing them, so yeah.
Yeah, but like it's not. You're effectively killing them by just burying it in a box.
I mean, it's like if you would want to kill them.
That's
Yeah. Like,
wait, they're saying they're gonna kill him by just putting him in a box? What kind of... Oh gosh.
no, he's not saying that. I'm just saying that. Like,
You know what you just need to do to kill it? You need to put a box somewhere, and then put 3 Moabs in there, and shoot a mini nuke in it, and there you go.
For use on the US Navy ships is a 36-barrel nightmare literally capable of unleashing upwards of 1 million rounds of parabolic hellfire within a minute. Surely this would reduce the SCP-173 to rubble, right? Well, perhaps, unless the initial blast causes you to blink, and if that happens then the creature is equally likely to dodge your firestorm and snap your neck.
or you can have 3D class it. Or you can have 3D class look at it at the same time, and then, I mean, hypothetically speaking,
just gotta say this right now. If you use a gun like that, I don't know if we'll kill it. I don't know if we'll do anything, but I doubt it would just be able to pretend like it's not getting hit by anything. Like, you're making it sound like... Because, like, those bullets are, like, 50 caliber or whatever.
Yes.
Like, they destroy shit. Like, you do not want to get hit by one of those. I mean, I don't know what 173 is made of, but... I mean, that seems like it would do the trick, if I'm going to be honest with you, but... Nobody... I mean... They're yet to explain why shooting it with a machine gun doesn't do anything. Like, it's just something you have to assume from the story, that it is pretty much just impervious to bullets.
No, it was able to. It was able. 4 of those things were able to destroy 6A2, which can survive a nuke. So I don't think.
What did you say?
4. Remember
Oh yeah, it tried to kill 6A2.
No, it did kill 6A2.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, it did.
Man, 173 is a hero. We need to let him live. He's good SCP. He killed 096 and he killed 682. What should you kill next? 106?
No, what was it?
Where do you get your SCP news, Johnny?
I'm tired, guys.
Okay, if you want to, we're not holding you hostage against your will.
The truly won't need a hyper-advanced machine gun, but you will need a little help from one of mankind's oldest annoyances, the common housefly. Unlike humans whose eyes need moisture to function properly and thus need to blink, flies have perpetually open compound eyes. This not only affords flies a wider field of perception, but the ability to stare forever without blinking. If you release a swarm of these annoying little creatures into a room with SCP-173, it'll essentially be paralyzed by the perpetual gaze of its hundreds of tiny guests.
It's not guaranteed that all those flies would look at it at the same time.
I don't see why having one more person in the room wouldn't like effectively cripple it.
Yeah, and then you can just put it in the same like weird containment chamber as 682. But
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like this idea, but it's like, oh, let me just. I don't need to like use a wrench to repair my car. I could just perfectly rip out the piece of the thing and put the other one. This is like a more complex solution with something that has a really easy answer. Just have another guy standing there. Or even if you don't want to do that, open one eye and close the other one at the same time.
yeah, it's just like these people, and it doesn't. I'm pretty sure it has to be a sentient creature. It can't be flies. That's just I've looked it up, and it does have to be sentient.
What do you mean with Wait, do you mean flies aren't sentient?
Flies aren't sentient. It has to be a sentient creature that looks at it.
Well, to be fair, flies don't seem to really give a shit whether they live or die, so. Well, they do wash their hands. Whatever. I don't give a shit. You guys are fun. I'm leaving.
Okay, let's just continue and finish this
And when
video
this malicious concrete is rendered inert, it can be disposed of the same way you dispose of any troublesome concrete structure, TNT or C4 charges that could blast this prolific strangler to kingdom come. The resulting rubble could then be simply destroyed in an industrial furnace, leaving...
No, it wasn't. It's kind of hard to destroy it because, like, it does. It's able to survive 682, so I don't think C4 would be able to do the job. No, that's just me. These people must know what they're talking about.
Okay.
No really done and dusted. But that murderous piece of modern art is
Excuse me?
Okay, never mind. We didn't.
tiny guests. And when this slab of malicious concrete is rendered inert, it can be disposed of the same way you dispose of any troublesome concrete structure, TNT or C4 charges that could blast this prolific strangler to kingdom come. The resulting rubble could then be simply destroyed in an...
By the way, it gets worse from here. At least this is ambiguous. The other ones aren't.
Industrial furnace, leaving no trace. Quite literally, done and dusted. But that murderous piece of modern art is child's play compared to your next opponent, SCP-096, a creature...
It's still terrifying, but this one is... Do you agree it's more terrifying?
I have warmed up to it, but it's not as terrifying as 106.
I mean, SCP-682... SCP-173 just kills you in an instant. This one, like, literally rips off your limbs, and it's more painful.
Whose chronic shyness could be the death of you, and it's potentially the death of everyone else too. This is another Euclid, but it's...
It doesn't rip off your arms, it leaves no trace of you, like you're literally gone.
Just blood and flesh?
No, not even that, you're just literally nothing.
How the heck can he be nothing? Does he, like, eat everything?
Anomalous nature.
I guess he just eats everything if he leaves no trace.
Yeah, it leaves no trace.
combat potential is devastatingly higher than its concrete predecessor. According to all physical descriptions, it's a freakishly tall humanoid creature with white skin devoid of all pigmentation. Its limbs
you skipped ahead.
Humanoid creature with white skin devoid of all pigmentation. Its limbs are incredibly long, described by official files as being grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's body. Despite having an emaciated, almost malnourished appearance, the creature has seemingly impossible strength and ferocity during combat mode. The creature displays no higher intelligence or reasoning and appears largely docile while unprovoked. Containment procedures dictate that the being must be kept in an
Yes.
airtight steel cube with no surveillance equipment whatsoever. Why? Because this creature becomes truly dangerous when you see its face. That's right, if anyone anywhere sees SCP-096's face, whether it's physically or in a picture or video, the being enters a state of severe agitation. It will cover its face and begin crying and
I hate that cry.
Yeah.
You understand why?
What about the game cry? The cry from the video game. You like
That's
that?
that's a real cry. That's the canon
like,
cry. No one.
But have you listened to
that- Yeah, I know what the game cry is, but this is just like a really, what's it called? Oh, we got 30. We've surpassed 30 subscribers. This is our subscriber special. I guess. No, this is not. We're gonna have people, actual people. This is just like, okay, yeah, but like the cry is it's not like, the cry from
It sounds
the
more
game
like
is
an
much
animal.
better.
It sounds more
Yeah.
like an animal call instead of a cry.
wailing loudly. When this period of despair ends, the creature begins a vicious rampage after whoever saw it, relentlessly tracking down its prey and eviscerating them, regardless of what's in the way. Witnesses have reported the creature tearing through doors, walls, and tanks with no effort whatsoever and experiencing severe physical damage, consistent with the destruction of most of its internal organs and barely even flinching. The creature's skeletal structure appears almost indestructible, and the only thing that can stop its rampage is the total annihilation of its target. So here's rule number 1 of taking the creature on. You cannot, under any circumstances, see its face. So how can such a thing be achieved? How can you fight something you can't really look at? Well, there is where some key details come into play. While in a combat scenario,
This is where it gets bad, Johnny.
Yeah, this is where it gets really bad. My solution would just be, put scalding hot metal on its face to the point where you can't see it. That's just me.
Or just like bomb it with acid.
No. Put scalding hot metal, therefore you can't see its face, and therefore,
Yeah. Yeah, just put a bag on top of it. No,
No,
a bag is not enough. You need to really permanently.
Yeah, just meld a mask onto it, or if you put the.
Plus, it's very docile when you don't see its face, so it's gonna be. Perfect.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fine. No, it gets into agitated rage state when you.
No, I'm saying it's fine when it's not being looked at. Like it's almost like a safe SCP when nobody's looking.
Yeah, I guess I would. Oh, what would you do?
If it weren't for that insane anger, he would be safe. Class.
He does have a survival instinct, though.
Like he'd never when he's in docile, he never resists anything. He's just sitting there. No matter what you do to him. Unless you look at his face, then he's going to kill you.
Yeah.
96 is in attack mode. It has been shown to recover from damage sustained from around 1,050 caliber bullets and sustained fire from an anti-tank gun. It may not have this same level of invulnerability in its docile state. Perhaps you could catch this self-conscious.
No, if you try and kill it, it's going to enter rage state. So, even if.
Yeah. Also, wait. It would if you just shoot. What if you shoot at it without looking at its face? Will it still kill you?
No. It'll get into rage state and try.
Yeah, it'll get angry, but it won't go after you.
No, it might go after you. It just gets into. And that's even more dangerous because it's just gonna attack everything.
Yeah. It might kill you even if you never looked at its face. If you shot
Might
it.
kill you, but like
If you're like in the
it's
way,
gonna-
then it might kill you.
might, but like this idea that you could that it's only agitated when you look at its face is very bewildering, to say the least.
Yeah.
This creature off guard by approaching it while using the T7 thermal imaging FLIR binocular
No, they tried scrambling gear and that didn't work.
Yeah. Anyway.
goggle system. The creature becomes an unstoppable killing machine when you see its face, but
You're still seeing its face, except through thermal
through using
imaging.
a thermal imaging system, you'd merely be viewing its abstract heat signature without any real facial definition. In other words, thermal
Took 4 pixels to kill a guy. That's just a reminder.
imaging goggles like this would allow you to view SCP-096 without really seeing it, and when the creature kills its target and returns to its docile state, you finally have the opportunity to show it some real firepower.
Wait. You just
Again, it's not. Again, it will enter a rage state when trying to. If you try and attack back it, it's not a purely docile creature. If you don't look at its face,
While this SCP is incredibly effective at ground combat, it hasn't shown the same prowess against aerial vehicles like the devastating MQ-9 Reaper
Oh my
UAV.
gosh, those cries though.
Jesus Christ. But anyways, we have to discuss I was able to destroy a plane. So I just don't think it's gonna.
Anyways, continue. Let's continue.
Mhm.
How are you liking this so far? Like,
It's terrible.
no. I mean, like doing this podcast.
No, I wish someone else was here, but Stein's
Yeah.
not gonna join. Stein, if you wanted, you're always welcome to join. No,
Yeah.
but like you don't
Yeah,
want
so
to.
he was like, no.
A remote control with ungodly firepower. While this creature may be able to survive an anti-tank gun while in it,
Huh? An anti-tank gun?
Yes.
Do you think? I don't think this thing can't even be nuked.
No,
Yeah,
it
maybe
can't be.
its skin can its flesh can come off, but not the skeleton.
Yeah, it's not the skeleton. By the way, it survived 27 hours in the fight with 682, so.
Yeah.
its offensive mode, could it survive?
Oh, and in 682, yeah, it was reduced to skeleton only, and he still was fighting and surviving.
Mm-hmm.
A volley of immensely powerful AGM-114 Hellfire 2 anti-armor missiles fired from above while in its docile state? We can't.
Doesn't matter because it's going to enter rage state.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, it doesn't matter if it's in rage state or docile mode. If it's in docile mode, it still has invincibility.
Can't exactly be sure, but it's unlikely that even if it did survive, whatever's left could put up much of a fight, injecting the skeletal remains with power.
Oh, it still puts up a fight. You see, this is a problem with not doing your research.
Powerful fluoroantimonic acid, much like a spinal tap procedure, might be the final nail in the coffin for this.
Oh, it survived 682 for 27 hours. The heck, man, like, yeah, it's not gonna be very effective either.
A volatile monster. Even the most powerful acids, however, don't mean much to our third and final combatant. That's right, the utterly horrifying SCP-682. Otherwise,
This is SCP-682. The indestructible.
That's indestructible.
Is known by the foreboding nickname
You said Dr.
The hard to
Sumerian.
kill.
Hold on. You said Dr. Sumerian said it was poorly written.
Yeah, I said it was poorly written.
Well, maybe it wasn't
The
poorly
article
written,
itself.
but I still like it.
I think it's a bit of a. I think it's a bit of a. It's not as bad as 579, and I don't hate it as much as 5555. No.
Yeah. Oh, I
kill reptile.
Hold on.
Even this
One time there was, like when you write an article in the SP Wiki, you get like this. There's actually a tab where you see pages to deletion, which means they were downvoted. They had enough downvotes that they would get deleted. So one of them was just like a ripoff of Slenderman, SCP-096, and Old Man, and nothing like, no story, just like that. Yeah. Anyways.
feels like a gross underestimation of the power of this creature. It's the first Keter-class SCP on the list here, meaning
Keter.
Only. Yes.
Wait, did you
It's either
only Keter?
it's either-
The only Keter class? Have you
That's
not
the
heard of
only
106?
No. 106 isn't included on the list, Diego.
It's a what?
Isn't included on the list, even though it does deserve to be.
Yeah. Oh, he was just saying on the list. Okay. I thought he meant like the only in the entire Foundation.
anomaly, exceedingly difficult to contain consistently or reliably, with containment procedures often being extensive and complex. That's right. The two other Euclids were just a warm-up.
Yeah, yeah, we can agree with that.
Wait, what do you think is hard to contain? 682 or 106?
This is 106 because I can just.
Yeah. If you disable like the magnet, it's just gonna go. This one, it cannot go through walls unless it really tried.
No, even if you do disable the magnet, it's still not gonna. It's still be able. It can escape whenever it wants. The thing is, it just doesn't escape.
Like it doesn't want to, right?
No, it's just. Look, it's mental. It has the mental state of an animal, basically.
Oh, it goes to hibernation, right? Yeah, it goes into hibernation for like months and then just escapes.
Not months, weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Keter class are the big daddies, and SCP-6
No, the Napoleon
Big
class is.
yeah, the big daddies.
And even then,
Peters are more like
if we're
the big brothers, right?
yeah, they're the big brothers, but like, even then, like, it's not impossible to contain 682, and they've successfully contained it.
682 is probably the most dangerous and durable.
Who's on?
Hello?
Hello, Michael. We're gonna do. Wait, did you just play? Oh, you just played the NFL theme song.
Yeah.
Dangerous and durable of
kill
them
him.
all. It's an extremely intelligent and ferocious reptile-like creature with unparalleled regenerative ability, reflexes, and strength. It also seems to detest all forms of life.
Michael. Oh my gosh! Stop trolling, Michael.
Yeah, we're not gonna allow you on the stream anymore.
He's too good. I'm gonna drop the NF.
Hey, Michael.
Michael, actually stop, bruh. That's it.
Michael, get off now.
Hold on.
This is gonna be on bloopers, by the way.
Yeah, wait till you see this. Dang it! I'm not high enough to kick him. Only Replica can do that. Oh gosh. Okay, continue.
Yeah, let's continue.
of life in our dimension, and is bent on the destruction of any living being it can get its claws on. The beast is also so adaptable that it's almost impossible to use the same method of attack on it twice. Even other SCPs have proved unable to terminate the creature during cross-testing. In order to contain SCP-682, it's perpetually kept in a sealed vat of powerful hydrochloric acid, continually melting its body to prevent it from reaching its full potential.
It's not continually melting.
Okay, Michael, you can join on. We just thought you were going to troll again. Okay,
If you,
get on, but if you actually troll us one more time, we're going to kick you out.
we're not going to kick you out. We're going to ask Replica to do that for us.
Yeah. Do not leave. Do not leave. We're all... I'm actually going to get Replica to ban you, okay?
Okay, I was actually like after like the
But
second
the thing is,
I was like literally trying to come in.
You troll us like 4 times and...
Just continue the stream.
Okay, sorry. SK. Okay, fine. Just...
If this thing while you're on duty, you better either prepare your last will and testament or get ready
Okay,
to
so
negotiate the
I
raise.
just want to say
There's
like
no proof.
you guys are going to have to send me the link. Actually, no, I can get to it.
Yeah, it's in Site 19.
There we go. So, but
It's SCP stuff.
okay, so I have no idea what he's talking about, and so I'm just going to put up a couple questions, I guess. You guys can continue, I guess.
The video... hold on. The video... So I'll tell you. So pretty much this guy was like just saying how you could kill these SCPs. SCP-173, 096, and right now we're at 682.
Okay. It's like
Yeah, but the thing is, he says some stuff that is not correct about the Foundation and the SCP.
okay,
So that's
do
why
it.
we're reviewing it.
Punch it.
You kind of need to be an SCP nerd to do this.
Proven way
No,
to
you
take on
don't.
this nigh
Well,
No, not necessarily.
well,
Why is
can-
everything unkillable, by the way? Like, why can't I just like take a 50 caliber sniper rifle and just blow it through its head?
There
Oh.
are
There are some SCPs
it's-
that can be killed, for sure.
If it can bleed, you can kill it.
All the SCPs that have been usually most of the SCPs are unkillable because the ones that were killable probably got killed already.
Yeah, that's actually it. You should tell that to you
Like
should
if
tell that to
there's 5,000 SCPs, then there's probably like if there's like 6,000 SCPs, then there's probably like way more, but they all got killed.
Okay.
on kill. So any methods of assault would ultimately just be guesswork and wishful thinking. Still, we believe there are a few potential methods for putting this misanthropic immortal lizard out of commission,
Yes.
even if not all of them are permanent solutions to the problem. The first option involves a lot of creativity and a lot of bullets.
Yes.
Remember earlier in the video when we mentioned the Metal Storm, the experimental Navy machine gun capable of firing 1,000,000 bullets per minute?
Yes.
Such a weapon could be a lot more useful against the fleshy body of SCP-682.
Yes.
No.
No.
What?
It's gonna
Why?
regenerate. Have you like SCP-096 almost
It was
took off all
able to
the
survive.
flesh.
It was able to survive 409. You know,
Yeah.
and it was
Oh yeah, is that the crystal?
yeah, it's crystal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
but
turns
1
you
billion
blue,
bullets
like-
per second are way worse than 409. Like, that's like. Have you seen what happens to people when they get hit
It's
by
still
a
gonna
50
regenerate. Like even if it's reduced to
Not if there's
skeleton.
nothing to regenerate. Like, think about this. Like, what if its leg gets blown off, right?
Look, SCP-682 has been beheaded and still regenerated.
Well, theoretically, that shouldn't be possible, but considering the brain
This
is...
isn't the realm of theoretically. This is a realm of anomaly.
Yeah, that's the reason why it's called SCP. But, like, if it has a brain, and you get rid of the brain, and where it commands from, it will die. So, that's just kind of like a subcontext, I guess.
I'm not sure if this is true, but maybe if you remove its brain, the brain is probably gonna regenerate itself.
No, it can't, because the brain can't send the message to the rest of the body to say, hey, regenerate me, because there is no
Yes,
brain.
but this is an anomaly. You know,
Exactly.
It's not
This
just,
is, but this is
But
weird. This is weird
listen,
stuff.
Michael. You have no
But the
understanding
point,
of.
I don't. But the point is that these
Okay.
guys...
Listen, Michael. It
Okay,
would still regenerate.
These guys are
John,
coming from a very
Guys,
logical
calm down,
point
calm
of view.
down, guys, calm down.
these
Here,
guys
Michael.
are coming from a serious point of view. So I'm just saying kind of what makes sense.
Yes, but they're not in the mindset that of how to destroy it, even in the Foundation.
Well, you can't destroy in the Foundation because the Foundation doesn't want you to kill it. Now, in reality,
No, Michael, that's not what I'm saying. In the Foundation universe, how do you destroy it?
You chop off its head and make sure its brain is gone.
No, that's not how it works.
Okay, wait. Okay, John, calm down. Let me explain. Let me explain this, Michael. Oh, hello, James. Michael. So, yeah, if that was a human, the thing is, SCPs, they break the laws of pretty much everything. So you could chop. Maybe it can't send a message, but it could just regenerate on itself. Like if it's. Like it doesn't make sense, but that's the point. Let's just say that its neural paths have the ability to think for points.
Michael,
like,
it innately.
Okay, so let's just say that it can regenerate itself. Okay.
Like SCP-173 produces feces, even though it doesn't have a butthole.
What? Just hit the play
It do
button.
be looking kind of thick, though.
Hit the play button.
Coupled with high-intensity flamethrowers, which are illegal under the Geneva Convention, but hey, legality has never stood in the way of the Foundation before.
What the heck? No! Have you ever heard of man, this isn't like they're not just mercilessly sending out waves and waves of D-class in order to contain anomalies. That's just not how it works.
Why don't you just nuke it? Like that's
Michael,
It has survived a nuke. It has survived a nuke.
Okay, it must have been it couldn't have survived the nuke at point blank. But yeah,
Anything is possible.
It was probably at a it probably wasn't like the 500 foot by 500 foot.
Look, SCPs do not work like regular life organisms. They're called SCPs.
Oh, but I don't care what you are. If I hit you with an atomic bomb, you instantly turn to dust. Unless, of course.
Anyways.
These are not regular life forms. Regular life forms will get instantly turned to dust, but these are anomalies. These are like you know.
Okay, let's just wrap this up real quickly, and then we can do other things. Okay.
Then that means you get turned into dust. Anyhow.
87% of the body is damaged or destroyed.
Yes. Say it, James.
Hi. We're gonna go for the screen share.
To jump into the screen. Okay, yes, I will screen share. There
Or
you
you
go.
can just click the link in Site 19.
There you go.
That all happened there. Okay, here I am. Okay, I see that.
Okay.
Alright, everything.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Okay, let's continue.
I finally figured out what that's from. So, punch it,
Body will
Diego.
be compromised enough for temporary incapacitation.
Yes.
If you act fast, this is when you have the greatest chance of survival. If the incapacitated body was once again placed in high-intensity acid, this containment unit could then itself be transferred to the payload of an autonomous rocket, much like the kind used to launch satellites into the far reaches of space. If you want
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, right? Just put it in a rocket and launch it into space.
Okay, so that's kind of what I was thinking about. Like, I read this theory on YouTube that says SCP-096 was launched to rocket into space, all the way to like you know how Voyager works. Like, it goes outside.
It's still gonna try and track down life, but but then it's gonna regenerate, and then
Wait. Do these things need
It
air?
can survive in space, but it's not gonna.
Hang on, does SCP-682, the lizard, does that need air?
No, it doesn't, Michael. You know, we're gonna kick you.
Why are you kicking me?
Johnny, look, he doesn't know much about SCP, so calm down.
I don't get. I don't get what it is, Johnny. What's the problem here? Look,
I would understand. Like, I also.
I'm intrigued. I'm just putting up things. You don't need to get upset at me.
Okay,
then. We can debate. We can argue, but we don't need to kick him out for.
Oh, okay.
Having
for not understanding.
misconception.
Yeah, but like it would survive the vacuum of space and survive, and then you'd have to recontain it again.
Okay.
So basically, yeah.
want to be truly rid of this immortal lizard, firing its desiccated, still living carcass into the infinity of space is definitely one way you could go about it. Not to mention the fact that given the Foundation has almost unlimited resources,
Ooh.
a SpaceX-style private...
Almost no. Yeah, I guess it does, but it's still limited, and they're not gonna.
I mean, like, how about you just like send it into space and then have it get crushed inside Jupiter? And if Jupiter doesn't kill it, then it'll just hold it and bind it forever. Why don't we just do that with all the SCPs?
I think it could survive, but it's probably. I don't know if it can escape. Do you think? Wait, Johnny. Do you
It
think
would,
it can?
no, it can't escape. It can't.
It can escape. It can escape that.
It can't escape Jupiter.
That's an anomaly.
Yeah, it can.
Okay, Johnny.
How
So,
can it escape Jupiter? Tell me the anomaly
by-
that it can
Actually, you might be able to contain 2 anomalies. Just put in Jupiter, and it will destroy.
it
the,
might work.
I'm saying
might
it will
just-
contain it, not kill it,
might-
if it's so unkillable.
Yeah. Okay. It might.
Yeah,
it might
because
contain.
I have not heard of a story where SCP-682 goes like 1,000,000 miles per hour.
A jillion miles per hour.
Okay, let's continue.
100,000 miles.
launch would definitely not be out of the financial question. Though, of course, if you want a less complicated solution to your SCP-682 problem, there's another form of rocketry that could come to your aid. Nuclear-armed intercontinental ballistic...
Yes.
That's not gonna kill
Like
it.
you
Maybe.
just said, it
Wait, does
cannot
the
get
SCP site even explicitly say that it can't die from a nuke?
Yeah.
it
Yes,
can't be.
they
It can't
does say
die
that.
from a nuke.
missiles.
So the
Okay,
problem is he's taking it realistically. Like
Let's see. Well, he is taking it realistically, but it's okay. Just hit play. I want to hear his reason.
There's no way of stating with 100% certainty that one or even several nuclear ICBMs would actually kill the beast, but there's pretty much nothing else these bad boys can't kill.
So he's uncertain that a nuke. So it's not as bad as you, Mike, where you think he could definitely be destroyed by it.
Yeah. Well, honestly, if we're looking at it from a real life stance, which we're not, dropping a nuke on it would immediately end it. But we're not looking at it from a real life stance. So continue.
So you're in there with a chance. If SCP-682 was caught within the hypocenter of the which is anywhere within 1 mile
That's
of the
what I was
direct
talking about.
explosion, there's a good chance that its organic matter would be reduced to atoms by the sheer...
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Reduced to atoms.
It could have resistance to. It can resist anything.
Can I call
Even
that?
the sheer
Mercy.
pressure of Jupiter. But you could possibly contain it in Jupiter, but
Why don't you just nuke Jupiter and literally and
nuke
Jupiter will
Jupiter.
become
Nuke
Jupiter.
Jupiter, then he's gonna get him out of the space. He's gonna.
No, because okay, so you send them into Jupiter, right? So the gravity holds them. Then you send a nuke into Jupiter. Jupiter ignites into a small sun that will burn for about 500 years, and it literally gets burnt to a crisp
No.
at the same time while it's being
No,
crushed.
no, we don't know
Spell it.
what.
Spell it.
No, it's not.
Yes,
The
it is.
Foundation don't have an unlimited amount of resources.
It's not that much. They could probably just pay for a nuke and a transportation to Jupiter.
But
Yeah,
the
no,
nuke is
that's
gonna get destroyed
expensive.
before
It's
it
a
can-
one-way trip. It's not that bad.
It's gonna destroy you, numpty.
No, you detonate the nuke earlier. Like, you don't
Oh,
detonate the nuke
okay.
before it get crushed. Like, as it's falling in, you detonate the nuke after SCP-682 has already been in there, and then you ignite Jupiter into a mini sun that will burn for about 500 years, extincting all of Earth, but you would also get rid of the 682. Because
No,
it would
you
hold it,
wouldn't.
and it would instantly, like, burn.
No, it could probably survive that. If it doesn't kill it instantaneously, like near instantaneously, it would be able to survive it. Anyways, let's
But-
just continue.
I mean, we never know for sure. Well, we know that it can't get destroyed by nuke, but we have not. This Foundation has not
Unless it's
tried taking it to
possibly
space.
caught in, like, that 1 mile thing, personally. But that's just me. Because it would be gone.
force of the blast's thermal energy. However, seeing as the SCP Foundation keeps any facility holding SCP-682 around 50 kilometers away from developed human settlements, you wouldn't need to stop there. If anything did remain, the area could be salted with napalm and the same powerful hydrochloric acid used to contain it. In prior tests, the creature had been damaged to the extent that only around 20% of its biomass remained prior to regeneration. It stands to reason that the most thorough way to ensure the beast's destruction is to strike with such rapid...
So it's good that they
Yes.
it's good that they mentioned the fact that it got pretty much beheaded and still regenerated.
So, yes. But I think, like, so 1 nuke, yes, it will survive. But, like, 20 nukes, I think it wouldn't. Like, I
No,
think,
it'll
like,
still survive.
no, Johnny, I don't think so. And this is my opinion. I think what will happen is this. like with each nuke, its chances of being able to regenerate, or that it's in the kill zone, become less and less. And so if it even gets caught, if its entire body gets caught in one of the kill zones, it will be gone, reduced to dust.
Well,
And
yeah,
if
but
that dust manages to regenerate even a little bit, that dust will become nothing from the second
Okay,
nuclear bomb.
so we're having a bit
Guess
of a
but can
conflict.
still survive a nuclear
There are SCP,
blast.
It will
SCP.
survive the blast, but it won't survive the immediate. Basically, it won't survive the immediate
It
what's
might
it called?
get reduced to
It won't
dust, but
survive
it could
the kill
regen.
zone.
That dust could
It
probably
can survive
regenerate.
the sound shock and the shock wave, but if it gets hit, while it's in the kill zone, it would be like basically its atoms would be split in half. And
I
you
think
can't-
its flesh would get destroyed, but its skeleton definitely not. Like we've seen
how about the people in Japan?
we've seen SCP-096 rip through his flesh, but I don't think they ever said that he ripped through his bones. Or did he?
Well, here's the thing.
No, you're getting confused, Diego. This isn't gonna work. You know,
my point basically is that if it's caught within maybe a couple bombs epicenters, it will probably most likely instantly die.
it won't instantly die.
But if it's not caught in the epicenters, then it will survive.
well, if it does survive, it'll adapt to it and get stronger. So
Which
I
is
don't think
scary. That's scary, James. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But in overwhelm, it doesn't even have time to adapt or repair.
Yeah.
In other words, the only way to really kill SCP-682 is absurd, heavy artillery overkill.
Yes.
But that's a
What
small price.
Michael just said.
No, it would still survive that.
No, it wouldn't. Not if it
No,
was
it survived a nuke before.
Yes, it survived a nuke. They're talking about 500 or like 20.
Okay, I'm
Well,
sorry.
they haven't-
I have to make a point here. Yeah, Johnny, I'm sorry this might get you a little upset, but like, if he survived a nuke, then how did SCP-096 rip through his flesh?
So,
Maybe just the skeleton survived.
it's able to rip through the flesh. The skeleton is, but it's stronger than a nuke. What more?
Look,
That's not a contradiction, Diego. Or
my point being, guys,
I'm
is
just. Can we,
if it adapts, that makes sense. But like, if it gets hit by,
Yeah, I understand that I can survive a bunch of nukes, but
if it's in the epicenter, it's dust. If it's not in the epicenter, it will survive and actually it'll develop a certain immunity. So instead of being within the first mile, it could be within like half. It would have to be in half a mile to kill it, and more and more and more. So eventually, it would actually become nuke resistant. But so it probably already has a little bit of that.
it has a lot.
Well,
of
how many
that.
nukes did they hit it with? One,
Michael.
as you've said many times,
They
one
probably-
nuke. I don't think that would.
Not one. Michael, stop.
What? Tell me the facts, Johnny.
Okay, let's see. They
I mean, this is
survived a lot of
Okay,
things.
Not a lot of things, just nukes.
Michael, stop talking. Just let him speak so he doesn't get like annoyed. Just let him speak for a minute, okay, Michael?
Jacob, I'm letting him do his thing.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I'm just right.
So what were you gonna say?
oh,
Yeah, it looks like you can. It looks like you can survive a.
Here, think about what you're gonna say. I'm gonna finish this video.
Not only your
Yeah,
life,
it's
but the
gonna- it
survival
would
of the
be
human
able to
race.
survive, yeah.
And of course, your end-of-year company bonus. Check out the rest of our You versus Plato.
Ooh, fun.
No.
So, that was that. So, do we have a conclusion or no?
What a terrible video. Okay.
Was that terrible for the latter part? I think it made sense, but I didn't see the first half. But, like, I think the latter half made sense.
Michael.
What?
Okay. Okay, bye.
Wait. Okay, thank you guys for watching this. It might have got a little heated, but we're fine. Everybody's fine. Anyways, I'll see you
Okay,
in the next
bye.
video.